My name is Logan Hobson, and this is my ninth year teaching at Westgate, um, which has been just a really amazing experience. Um, I can't believe it's been 9 years, but yeah, so I'm not going to spend too much time on myself. I'll get right into kind of my program. My goal is just for the students to really embrace music in their own way and, you know, be able to cherish it for the rest of their lives. And I can already see that happening all the way from kindergarten through eighth grade and really seeing them fall in love with music and the different instruments. I actually have my seventh and eighth grade kids come in after school sometimes and they just sit there and work and work and work. So I really know they love the music. And I'm just trying to push them on and, yeah, from every level into the next thing they need to learn. And let's see if I can get the next slide there. Oh, the other part. So a little bit about my curriculum. I guess we can go back. A little bit about my curriculum is kindergarten through second. I really focus on teaching music as a language and a lot of back and forth and by rote movement, dancing, and that kind of thing. And in first and second grade, we get into more structured music instruments like the hand drums and the marimbas, which are little xylophones. And then in third and fourth grade, if you've had a student in third and fourth grade at Westgate, you would know about the recorders and recorder karate, and pretty much everyone within a full city block radius knows about our recorders. But they love it. It's highly motivating. It helps them to earn a belt. And every time they are successful at a new song, they're able to earn a belt and move to that next level. So they really work at their own pace. And it teaches a lot of the foundational things that they need to know for learning an instrument. And then in fifth and sixth grade, we move on to guitars, and that kind of primes them for seventh and eighth grade when we do rock band. And in the guitars, they learn how to tune a guitar. They learn how, all the different parts and the names of the strings, and they learn how to take care of their instrument and learn a lot of basic chords and things like that. And then in seventh and eighth grade, we get to do rock band, and they get to choose their own music, and we have a concert every quarter. And it's just a really amazing time. And I've really enjoyed being with these students from some of them kindergarten all the way through. I even see some of my high school students who are now in high school. And it's just amazing to see them grow and experience music in that way. And I'll pass it on to Phil Wise, our PE teacher.
Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. Phil Wise, I'm the PE teacher here at Westgate. This is my 7th year. And yeah, much like Mr. Hobson was saying, I've had some of your kids since they were, still picking their nose and peeing their pants. And now they're, talking back and swearing in class. And so it's like you get to see them, all the way through. And it really puts in perspective, like how fast life is flying by. And wow, we're getting old. So I'm the PE teacher. Just want to tell you a little bit about my vision, my goal, and what I try to do with the kids. Just try to get them to experience a variety of wellness-related activities, games, workouts, challenges to help them find some way that they might enjoy being active for the rest of their lives. My vision is to inspire physically literate individuals. These people are able to these people are able to understand the benefits of working out. They have the motivation to get themselves to work out, and they know how to partake in physical activity. Going back to wellness related activities, we've been doing a lot of focus on data collection on our own physical capabilities, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance, and really just trying to get these kids to take ownership for their data. You came in at the beginning of the year, you couldn't run 10 laps back and forth. That's fine. That's data. It is what it is. But now that we have that data, now we need to grow. We need to progress. We need to get better. And so really kids will come in and they'll take their first couple tests and they'll be like, all right, I think I need to be more active at work at a recess or something. And I'm like, yeah, just walk around at recess instead of sitting under the tree and just see if that helps you. Just make little changes and just see if you can stack little changes to help you increase your goal and improve your data. And so, yeah, just kind of analyzing the data. If your data is just staying stagnant, you're not really improving, like, why could that be? So really just helping these kids take ownership of their data, and also just making the connection between the brain and the body. If your brain's not feeling good, your body's probably not feeling good. If your body's not feeling good, your brain's definitely not feeling good. So just trying to help them make the connection here and there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think, Bridget, I think you're next.
Yes, hello. I guess my slide is actually wrong. It's Miss Mestis now. I did get married back in October, so that has changed at the moment. But yes, in visual arts, I really just want to create a fun, safe environment for kids to explore themselves and explore different mediums. Art is, as I believe, one of the greatest way to express yourself, whether it's through what your emotions are, your viewpoint on different things. There's just a lot of ways that kids can express themselves through art. And so I really want to help build their self-confidence as they grow as creative thinkers in my room. As I said, art is about creativity and expression. We develop individuality in art. We do a lot of work having to do with who they are, what they believe, and we also work together through collaboration. We do class critiques, which I know are difficult for some kids. Constructive criticism is always a difficult thing, but we start that conversation of, hey, it's not necessarily you're bad at this is not working out. It's more, hey, you did really great on this, but maybe you could push it. You could add this other thing to it to make it even better. And so we start those conversations in art as well. We talk about imagination and just how creative these kids are. It's insane what their brains can come up with. I always tell them one of my wishes, if we could have superpowers, would be able to read minds, because I would love to see how they're able to come up with some of these ideas. And we develop skills that take time and practice. All of my students from 3rd through 8th grade, we spend time planning out all of our projects. So we do sketchbook work, and we think through all of our ideas thoroughly before we start in on our medium. That way they can start to build those planning and developing skills. And then my little ones, we work a lot on our fine motor skills, K2, working with our hands, scissors, paintbrushes, whatever it may be, just fine tuning those. And we ask questions, we explore, we learn about all sorts of different artists from all over the world. Right now, my 7th and 8th graders are actually learning about Dave the Slave. He was a jug maker down in Southern Carolina. And so we're learning about him and how the idea of the face jugs actually came from Africa to worship their ancestors, kind of moved into voodoo in the Caribbean, which is really fun, and then developed into kind of a way to represent or save their loved ones in the afterlife. And so it's really interesting to kind of go through that motion with them and kind of teach them the background of things that might connect to other subjects. I've worked with our 5-6 team, and we're working with combining language arts and art together, which is really fun. So they're creating their own characters. And then I've also worked a lot with Miss Charlie with environmental ed, and worked through that with art and different ways to express themselves through land art, through designing their own tree cookies this week, which was really fun. So kind of learning about the importance of different parts of their life and how that helped them to grow and everything. So I really think art can be kind of thrown in anywhere and everywhere. And it's really fun to see, even if it's not in my class, how other teachers are using art throughout the building as well. All right, on to you, Mr. Anderson.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm the new face on the specials team. This is my first year at Westgate, and I couldn't be more thrilled with kind of how the year has gone so far, and looking forward to sharing some of the amazing things that our students have done in my classroom. So as you know, iLab, or design thinking, is really what our focus is. And I think of that as kind of human-focused problem solving, right? We are problem solvers with that lens of empathy, and really designing and building solutions for people. And what that looks like in like kinder through second grade are things like designing playgrounds, designing roller coasters, and really thinking about that user experience. Third and fourth grade, one of their legacy projects that we've just started on this semester is the Rube Goldberg machines. That was one of the things I know has been successful in years past, and it has been so incredible to watch the third and fourth graders really think about using their simple machines, things like pulleys, levers, in a way that can create a complicated system that accomplishes a simple task. Fifth and sixth grade knocked it out of the park this year with Shark Tank projects, semester 1. And right now they're doing what I like to think of as kind of an intro unit for Mission to Mars, one of the larger projects that I've rolled out at the middle school level. We've been super fortunate to get some coding and circuitry kits as well for middle school that are, the theme is Lost in Space. So it's a spaceship repair kit, and students have to figure out how to use their knowledge of coding, circuitry, and problem solving to make their way back to the planet Earth. So really my goal and vision, one way I like to think of it as, I want students to leave my classroom understanding the world that is, while also knowing how to create the world that they would like to see. And just having that agency over how things can be done versus how things must or should be done has been a really powerful piece for me to kind of be that guide on the side, coaching them through their projects, coaching them through their collaboration struggles and successes, and really seeing, how they can build incredible things that honestly, will solve the world's problems as we move forward. Here's a quick kind of design thinking 101. I want you maybe to focus on that outside wheel, understand, explore, and materialize. Really that idea of, I need to understand the world before I can then explore and then create my own product. And it has been such a joy to see what the students, are able to build and create in our room. So from, a simple thing like designing a playground with our kindergartners, all the way up to, solving really large problems like how do you land a Mars lander on a different planet. Our students have continued to impress me, and thank you so much for this opportunity.